This is Captain DerTebbers speaking. Thank you for flying Teddy Bear Air. Please fasten your seatbelts. Welcome back. We are sitting here in Okanagan, Washington, ready to fly an Apple resupply mission and pick up an abandoned aircraft at Stehekin State. I think it was Stehekin State. It's Stehekin something. I've taken some time to make the aircraft cold and dark, so we're all shut down. On my second screen I've got the checklist for start, so we're going to go ahead and begin checking off and start this bird up. So parking brake set, parking brake is on, all avionics are off, and the gear handle is down. Cowl flaps are, come here, come on, there we go. Cowl flaps open, not 78% open, all the way open. There we go. You all the way open now? Yes, you are. Good. Fuel selectors are on, I hope. Yes. Yep. Okay, so fuel is on. Alright, all switches and equipment controls are good. Alright, turn on our BAT and alternator switches. Check our fuel quantity indicators. And there they are. They're creeping up right now. Excellent. Keep coming, baby. All the way up. There we go. There. Good. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so we're going to focus on our engine. So I want engine 1. We're going to take her up to full rich. No, I don't want both of them. I just want the one, please. There. Nope. Come on, baby. Stop this. Alright, you know what? We're going to have to do both of them. Propeller, full, high RPM. Throttle, full open. Fuel boost pump. Set to high for our left engine. We do need our avionics. Alright, I see the avionics coming back up. Good. Fuel high until fuel flow peaks, then off. Fuel flow is peaked and off. There we go. Close throttle, then open it to half. And that's exactly half. How about that? Magnetos position, start switch. We're going to turn her to start. There we go. We're going to let RPMs come up and wait for the manifold pressure to stabilize. Throttle to 900 or so RPMs after start. We're looking for 900 to 1,000. There we go. Alright, so now we're looking for manifold pressure of 5, and we have that. We have oil temperatures coming up and stabilizing. Good. Alternator switch is on, and we're going to check load meter and voltmeter, and they're looking good. Excellent. And our lights are clear on that left engine. So now we have the same full mix there. Full forward. Turn on the boost pump. Watch our fuel flow climb. There we go. Fuel flow is now maxed. Shut it down. Come on, give me my throttle. Get out of the way, you stupid compass. You know what, actually, let me just move this compass off screen. There we go. Cut throttle. 50% throttle. There we go. And now we're going to start engine 2. There she is. Now we're going to throttle her down. We are. We're at 10 psi on the manifold, 1,000 RPMs, fuel flow nominal, starting to get temperature there, oil is coming up. Alternator is on. Avionics are up. Exterior lights we're going to bring on. We want our strobe, our beacon, our nav. We're going to turn on our taxi lights as well. Fuel brakes, release and check. Yep. Good. Brakes are good. Alright. Just checking our other. Alright. We're good. We got our engines up. Avionics are good. We're looking excellent. Alright, ambient air temperature. It'd be nice if that was easier to spot on this plane. More complicated planes always drive me bananas, you know? I like my old Cessnas. Simple. They are what you see. The throttle quadrant's gonna drive me nuts up there. Alright. So we're good to go there. Oh, no, don't do that. No, stop it. I'm trying to move you. There. Alright, I'm putting that one on my other screen as well. I want to get rid of a menu bar. There. I needed the menu bar to get things straightened out. Alright, so sync up these propellers really quick because they're driving me nuts. Alright. Make sure we got full mix on both of these engines. Props are all the way up. Alright. So let's start taxiing for takeoff. Alright. So this should be
a pretty straightforward flight. First we'll fly north up the valley and make 2 stops to drop off these apples at Metal Valley and Lost River. Then we'll hop west over the mountains to Sahikin so I can pick up the mall. The other new guy dead sticked in yesterday when he ran out of fuel. Had to take a boat all the way back down the lake. There's a can of gas in the back so I can ferry them all back here.
Alright, now he's done yapping. So this airport at Okanagan is both runway and taxiway. We could have taken a little right there and then hopped across the runway, but at this point we're pretty good. Nice snowy day here. I'm going to go ahead and take this taxiway here. No reason to stay on the runway if I don't need to be. You need to watch the speed. These twin engine aircraft always kind of throw me, so more than likely this is going to be one of the missions where I'm not going to be flying all that great. I love single engine aircraft. The Maul, I really do like the Maul. It's very forgiving. I like the Cessna because that's really what I grew up flying. Not in reality, but in the sim. Alright, let's get a little bit more speed because I'm not going to make you guys sit here through all my taxiing if I have to taxi like a grandma. Alright, so before takeoff, we have our fuel boost off. Our instruments are all checked. We have fuel, which is important. Okay, I've checked the mixture settings. The mixture is good. Fuel selectors are on. Slow down. The other problem is I don't have any actuation on my brakes. They're either all on or all off. That's kind of annoying. That's all right. We'll make do. I do love the elements of snow that we kick up with the big props. They're only tri-blades, but still. Hey, we're looking clear. We're not at a controlled airport, so it's just visual identify, and I cannot visually see anything. So, alright. We're going to taxi on, line up for takeoff.
I don't see any traffic. Let's go. Lake Chelan traffic, bearing 1 Foxtrot Sierra departing to the northeast.
Alright, so we're technically not yet on the runway, so we're still short of the runway, because this is that taxiway extension for turning around here. So while we're doing this, lamps are illuminated properly. We're going to come to a stop here. Full brakes. Okay, we're going to run the RPMs up to 2200. Should be just a little bit more. Come on, baby. There is 22. Now we're going to exercise our propeller. We're looking for a drop of about 200 RPMs. And I'm looking on the one engine. There she is. It's about 59%. Okay. Should be about 59% on the other one. Oh, now I got both of them, so. There she is. So the looks like the left engine, I'm sorry, the right engine is a little bit stronger, but that's alright. Okay. I'm going to take throttles down to 1700. Okay, our magnetos are set. Clear. Alright. Drop some flaps. I don't think I need it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and turn on pitot, de-ice, and boot ice. We're going to be flying into some nasty stuff, so I just want to go ahead and have that there just in case. Cowl flaps are still open. Minimum takeoff oil temperature, we have exceeded that, which is good. 24 degrees Celsius. So we're going for takeoff. We're going to retract. For some reason I want to close my cowl flaps, but I'm going to keep them open on climb. When we get to cruise, I'll shut them. So here we go. Let's head out. A little bit of crosswind. There we go. Come on, baby. Quit wandering. Okay. Gears up and locked. We're just going to go straight for our waypoint.
You can use a GPS to fly direct to Meadow Valley State if you want, but it's more fun to stay low and just follow the valley north. The identifier for the airport is Sierra 52 if you want to use the GPS. For now, just follow the river northeast.
We're actually going to follow the waypointing for a couple reasons. One, it's been a long time since I've been out here. Bring our flaps up, we don't need them down anymore. And two, I just like the mountains. I like flying above them. It's a part of Washington that I'm actually familiar with, so. Not like many people really are. I mean, Okanagan is in the middle of nowhere, really. Alright. Turn off our taxi lights.
I checked with flight service and the Okanagan MOA isn't active right now, but I'll check with Seattle Center again before we enter it.
Yeah, and you're going to screw that up because I remember this mission. Having flown it a few times. Alright, how's temps going? Temps are all looking good. Oil temp is green. Pressure's green. Manifold pressure is good as well. Alright. So let's go ahead and level off here. I'm going to close up the cowl flaps. And cowl flaps are closed. We should see a slight increase in some temperatures without the cool air blowing through there, but that's alright. More than cool enough, I think. Weather looks good, so I'm actually going to turn off the icing. Shutting off the anti-icing equipment. With all the blown snow on the ground, I didn't want to risk anything.
Maybe you can be a safety pilot for me sometime, and I'll try it with my eyes closed. Just kidding.
Ha ha ha. Funny man. Alright, so we're just going to fly towards our waypoint here. And when we hit our waypoint, we'll kind of mess around a little bit, see what's going on. Let me see if I've got my controls set up. Yeah. I'm trying to get the nose to trim down for me here, because I'd rather not have to sit here and press on the stick constantly. A little bit of negative vertical speed, I don't want that. I'd rather take a little bit of positive, so I can take that out with throttle reduction. Okay. I'm actually going to drop the propellers slightly. I'm going to get them off their red line. There we go. Excellent. Under EGT is good. We're good. Flying a nice northerly track. So again, thank you for flying, Teddy Bear Air. We'll be back when something happens, because right now, nothing's happening.
See where the river turns east up ahead? Stop following it and fly northwest up the valley.
Even though Blah Blah Man seems to think I care. Alright, so we're just following the man who talks. And we'll be back when there's something interesting going on. Maybe. I might not cut this. I don't really know, actually. I'm going to talk as though I'm not going to cut this. If I run out of things to say or this video turns long, some of it's getting cut. Alright. I think I might actually descend a little bit into the valley. Trying to think. Twisp, which is our first stop, is 1,800 feet elevation. We're up around 3,000, so yeah, let's drop a little bit here. Okay, 157 knot register. Oh.
There must be a run on apple pie at these resorts. Or maybe the road's closed from all the snow we've had. It's a pretty quick trip in the Barren, but personally, I'd rather be flying the Mall into these short strips.
Yeah, actually, I 100% agree with that. The landing in Twisp with the mountainside on the back, it's not for the faint of heart at all. Come on, baby, quit trying to fly quite so high. I'd like to go down around 3,000, I think. I'm trying to trim her down, but she just does not want to trim down.
There's another airport, Twisp, just south of Methow Valley State. I made the mistake of landing there the first time I came up here. Never heard the end of it. Max doesn't like his pilots wasting fuel.
Talky man.
Maybe that's why the new guy pushed his luck.
Oh, that's right. Twisp, we're going to fly overfly Twisp to get to the Methow Valley. Though actually, in reality, if you go and look it up, it's the listed airport for Methow Valley is Twisp. But is it? Now I'm thinking it's not. Might not be. In either case, we're going to be landing at the correct airport, I hope. Yeah, we're below my 3,000 foot. We're gonna come up a little bit, I think. There we go. Watching that attitude indicator. I want to get it about 0. See, she keeps wanting to wallow back down. It's always the tough part is getting that to trim out properly. Though flying the prop planes, so much nicer, so much easier to stay ahead of the aircraft. Once we move on to the jets, it's so easy to end up behind the plane, where the plane is flying you. You're reacting to everything, which is extremely dangerous when you think about how long it can take a jet to spool properly to get the thrust you need for whatever maneuver you need. Alright, come on, trim back up. There we go. That's better. Ish. It's going to go back down in a moment. We're just kind of riding some thermals, I think, as well. Come on. Trim it. I'm just going by small amounts. I could probably make a larger change and get it to trim out, but just going for small amounts here. Not sure how far we are from our waypoint up here. Look at those trees. Beautiful land. Very barren and rough out here. Be terrible to put down out here, wouldn't it? It's a good thing we have plenty of fuel. Yes, we do. I said that and then I have to check the fuel gauges. Yes, we have enough fuel.
Great job so far. The best way to get to Meadow from here is to follow the river valley to the northeast.
Right. So I'm going over there. And now we have that sound there, which tells me we've entered the area where we're going to get buzzed by the jets for the Okanagan MOA. Which is always kind of fun, you know? Alright, so we've got a little bit of a hill here. Here they come.
You see that? I think the MOA is hot.
Nice, beautiful FA-18s.
Keep your eyes open and I'll find out what's going on. Seattle Center, Baron 71 Foxtrot.
I've been buzzed by F-18s before.
Sierra, Seattle Center.
I was driving, and they came roaring straight up the road. It's quite awesome.
Twisp. Is the Okanagan Bravo MOA hot right now?
71 Foxtrot Sierra, standby.
I'm just making a gentle bank because I kind of want to. I don't want to have to go over this mountain.
Affirmative. The Okanagan Bravo MOA is active this morning from 0800.
Look, we're violating rules.
Local time, 300 to 900.
Rules are there to be violated.
VFR is at your own risk.
All right, thanks. 71 Foxtrot Sierra. Well, this isn't good, but we're almost to the airport, so let's keep going.
Blah, blah.
Tell you what, we're almost to the excluded area around Twisp, so let's go down below 300 feet and hope we don't have any close encounters.
Yes, let's go down below 300 feet. That's a good idea. But you know what? I'm all for that. Alright, chop throttle. Yeah, I'd never do this in a real aircraft. Good way to end up losing your license. Alright. We'll just keep her nice and low and fast. Well, okay, not fast, but how close do we want to go? I love how they have all these shrub brushes out here. Looking for a tree to go off of, but that's alright. Alright. There we go. Low and fast. Or as fast as this poor little bird can go. Oh, here they come again. Kind of funny how you can tell just by the way that the sound checks. And there you can see him right there. Whee! Zoom. There's nothing quite like being buzzed by a military aircraft. Be it in a car or another plane or sitting on the ground during an air show.
I never thought I'd see an F-18 that close. I hope they were going too fast to read our tail number. We're not supposed to be this low.
You think? You're the idiot who told me to go down this low. Nice way to get shot down in this day and age. But anyway. Yeah, there's nothing like being buzzed by a military aircraft especially at an air show where you don't have an enclosure about you. It's always nice. Especially a really nice military air show on a military base when they can come in low and hot. It's always nice. Duck into the little valley. Pull up out of the little valley. Whee! Alright. Where are we at? There we are over there. Alright. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to do a flyby, come back around from the opposite direction. I think he tells me to do it anyway.
Okay, there's Twisp. Meadow Valley is just beyond it. The floor of the MOA around the airports is 1,500 feet, so we can climb to normal pattern altitude for the landing.
Alright. So am I landing there? No, I'm not landing there, right? Right. No, I am landing there. I can't remember now. I don't think I am. No, not at Twisp. I drop off my apples somewhere else. That nice little airport. Beautiful open landing and takeoff lines. Right up valleys. It's always nice. Alright. On to other things. Let's get some altitude to get over our mountains and push on to Methow Valley. Alright. Now this is the one I'm going to come across it. We're going to do we're going to turn around and come back to land. I could go straight in, but I wouldn't do that in real life. One, I think the wind is coming down out of the mountains here. But two, this is a
the wind favors
uncontrolled.
Landing on 1-3.
Yeah.
Nobody's in the pattern. Let's enter for left traffic on 1-3.
I wouldn't usually want to go into an uncontrolled airport without at least observing what's going on. I watch the guys going into the uncontrolled airport near me, and many of them do the same thing, except for the jump plane. He seems to just bulldog his way in no matter what. Alright. The one disadvantage is not being able to see the airport from here, but that's okay.
Meadow Valley traffic, bearing 1 Foxtrot Sierra, entering a left downwind from the south for 1-3.
Oop, come on. There we go. I hit the trim and I rolled the trim the wrong way. Alright, there we go. Trim her up to stop this seesawing yo-yo stuff that's going on. Okay. Looking good. I'm gonna aim for about 90 to 100 knot touchdown. I often dangerously push the limit there, and I often go to touchdown right near stall speed. Not a good idea. I have crashed several times doing that kind of silliness, but we'll give ourselves plenty of room between us and the airport. I'm going to keep my flaps up for now. When I get ready to do my turnaround, I'm going to go ahead and drop my flaps. Alright. Alright, so there's throttle down. I promise I'm not gonna kiss that mountain. Alright, drop the flaps and start our turn. Okay, where's my runway? I hope I didn't turn too early. I shouldn't have. Where are you? There you are. Good. Okay. There we go. Give ourselves some up trim to kind of fight the downward attitude. Drop our gears. And I'm aiming for about 100 knots on landing. I did mess around with the dead zone of my rudder control, and it's still not really doing what I want it to do. So I still have a lot of wiggle on the back end of the aircraft. In fact, there's some of it. It's kind of pushed my turn off a little bit. And I know on landing it's going to cause a problem. That's alright. We'll live through it. We hope. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and push the props all the way up. Get a little bit extra bite out of them in case I have to go around. Flaps are fully down. Gears down. We're good. Alright. Come on, chop the throttle. There we are. A little bit more because I don't want to stall coming down like this. Yeah. Ooh. We're actually going to hit right around 100. A bit farther down the runway than I wanted to, but that's alright.
The resort van is parked on the northeast side of the field.
I'm not exactly in the middle of the runway either.
Unload the apples.
Alright. Come on, quit pulling. Alright. Alright, I actually wanted that turnaround right there, but we can do this. There we go. There. And I don't believe we fell off the runway at all. Which is nice. I have done that before. I've fallen off the runway. Of course, in this game it doesn't care, but still. I care. Okay. I'm tempted to just kind of cut across the tarmac here, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to have to, because I have to park in such a position that there's no lines to lead me up here. Alright. Watch that wingtip. There. Get out. Take care of the apples, dude.
The apples are all unloaded. Taxi back to runway 13 for our departure.
Excellent. Away we go. Just won't see anything coming. Didn't expect to. Since I know there's very little traffic going on, but we're going to stop appropriately. Visual check. Once all the snow clears. Nothing that way. Nothing that way. Away we go. good because we actually have to taxi up the runway. It actually fooled me the first time I actually taxied across the runway, thinking that that would lead me down to the end of the runway. It doesn't. You actually have to taxi up the middle of the runway. Minor things, you know? How are we doing on oil temperatures, pressures? Everything's good. Alright. Excellent. We're holding good. We've got 2 more stops. So we're going to take off from here and head to this little one. I remember this next stop because this is the one where I have to do an approach over the mountain. I hate that approach because you never feel like you're going to get it clean. I don't think I ever have actually gotten it clean. Around right into our snow plume. There we go. Alright. And check everything. We're looking good. Let's get those up. We don't need 2 notches of flaps for this. Temperatures all look good again. We're going to go ahead and keep the cowl flaps closed for this. Alright. And off we go. Heading for our next stop. I like how he starts calling out after we get partway down the runway.
Meadow Valley traffic, bearing 1 Foxtrot Sierra, departing northwest bound.
See, silly man. There goes the truck with the apples. And here we go to the skies. Gears up.
The border of the MOA is only about 5 miles northwest of here. If we stay low and keep our eyes open, we should be okay. Okay, let's continue northwest up the valley to Lost River. The identifier is Whiskey 12 if you want to use the GPS. Stay low for now.
Alright, so let's get ourselves around. One thing about flying some of these Cascade missions, such tight confines. I probably could have turned the opposite direction, but I just felt turning this direction. Where am I going again? Northwest, we said, so we're heading this way. Oh, there it is. Ah. Alright, we can chop throttle. I need to go wide open. Prefer not to gain 1,000 feet a minute. There we go. Let's see if we can get this plane trimmed in.
There goes some more F-18s.
Good. Let the F-18s go and play. Wherever they went. Where'd they go? Whatever. Busy trying to pay attention to what I'm doing here. Stop fighting me, plane. Level. And we're just about there. Cut the throttle a little bit. Don't mind a little bit of climb here, going up this valley. Alright, come on. Stop with your silliness. There. Looks like it's settling down. Then we're going to start picking up wind buffet or something, and that'll screw everything up for us, but that's alright.
Uh-oh, looks like they're coming back for another look. Just keep heading northwest.
I am. Hush up. Where are they coming from? How does he have a visual on them and I don't? Oh well. Alright. Just heading up the valley. Oh, there they are. Beautiful contrails. Good thing I was no higher, eh? Alright. So again, these missions, I mean, this is rated a 60-minute mission. I'm probably going to be a little bit heavy because I took the plane cold and dark and went through the flight takeoff checklist. but what do I cut for y'all? Do I cut this segment here after the F-18s are gone when I'm just kind of cruising? Do I cut the part where I'm flying from Stehekin State back to Okanagan?
According to the GPS on the chart, we're clear of the MOA right about here. Let's continue up the valley as long as the weather's okay, and let's climb to 3,500 feet.
All right. But like I said, what do I need to cut? I'm presuming I need to cut something. I am going to need to cut some. There's some missions that are just a little bit long. And I'm also wondering if there isn't some routing I should be flying. I mean, otherwise it's just sort of me flying around to wherever I feel like flying, which might be interesting to some of you, but to others it's just me faffing about. I don't mind just doing it, but there's a limit to what I can do. If I have to plan flight routes and flight patterns, then I'm kind of limited in the other things I can do, and I have a lot of other series going on. Finishing up Grand Theft Auto 3 right now. I've got the retro Let's Play with King's Quest 1, which is you'll see. Or have seen, actually. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Second episode, it came out yesterday. I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I am, and I don't know what to do. So that's going to take some work to get that series finished. Come on, plane, stop this. I've got the Feed the Beast series with Stocko Glaws. That really just takes me and Stocko getting together and figuring out what we're going to do. The Farming Simulator mod spotlights, those actually take a little bit of research. For each 15 minutes of video, you figure I'm putting in about, depending on the mod, anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour of research time, depending on the mod. The ones that I'm less familiar with, East German or Russian, they take more work. If I have to get stuff translated out of German, that takes even more, because I have to go and get the German-English dictionary, or I have to get someone who speaks German to come up and translate for me. And if it's not something I'm familiar with, I'm familiar with a lot of farm equipment, but there's a lot I've never used. So if I haven't used it, then I have to familiarize myself with it. And then there's the idea of doing a let's play of
the airstrip is at the
Flight
junction
Simulator.
of a couple of valleys, and it's a tight fit. If the wind's the same up there, we'll need to land to the southeast on runway 11. It's a right traffic pattern, and the turnaround is tight. Keep our speed low and use the flaps.
Right, keep our speed low and use the flaps. Correct. And then there's the coming mod spotlights for Flight Simulator X. Those aren't going to be so hard for me. I'm really a plain nerd, so those are a little bit easier depending on what I'm doing. Once we get out of certain time periods, it's again going to be a good bit of research per 15 minutes of film.
That's the airport up ahead. Looks like the wind is coming from the southeast. Fly over the airport to check for obstructions, then circle to land on runway 11.
Yep. Okay. So I really need some help here. What do I need to cut? What do you want to see? Once I'm done flying all these missions, presuming that's what you even want to see, let's start some descent here. this is where a co-pilot is invaluable, because I would have a co-pilot looking for obstructions. But we can do this. Nose over a little bit. Look at that, no obstructions, imagine. Alright, so we're going to go up this valley here.
Lost River traffic. Baron 1 Foxtrot Sierra is overflying the airport to maneuver for a right downwind to land on runway 11.
Yeah, whatever. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and drop the first notch of flaps. I'm going to go up the valley a little bit, not into the valley wall like I'm about to because I'm not paying attention. But we're going to use Mother Nature to our advantage here. Because if I put the nose down, chop throttle, drop flap, and then come around, pulling up, and then stall the plane, because I'm not paying attention to my airspeed. Should be able to get a nice tight turn out of this plane. There we go. Almost perfect except for the whole almost stalling bit. Alrighty. So here we go on landing. I'm going to try to reach over onto the other screen, turn the landing lights on. Get our gear down. One less thing for me to have to think about. Gear is down. Yep. Alright. So we've cleared the mountain. I'm going to chop throttle. Because I'm going to have to kind of dive down into this. I hate this airport. I'd rather come in the other direction. Come on, baby. Don't play like this. Come on. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna slam this plane into the ground here. Because I need to just get it down and get stopping. Because I'm not doing a go around. There we go. Ooh, yeah. Come on, come on. 60. 50. 40.
Good landing. This one's a bit tricky.
Ooh, stop.
Taxi up to the resort to unload the apples.
That's where you wish you had a, that's where you're wishing for some reverse. That would have been nicer on the King Air or something like that. It has a reversing on the prop. Okay, that was fun. Land halfway down the runway, hard on the runway, and then hard on the brakes. At least it's nice and cold outside, so the brakes will cool down before we have to use them again, because, wow. Alright, landing lights off. Where is this place again? Oh yeah, it's all the way at the end. Alright. Yeah, so let me know what you want to see and what you want me to cut. I'll continue doing some of the missions. This is probably going to be maybe a... I know I did 2 this week. I'm thinking I might do 1 a week of missions or flights and Flight Simulator Let's Plays. Maybe every once in a while I'll do 2 a week if something really grabs my attention. Other than that, I'm thinking that any more than that is just going to be a little bit too much. I think I'm going to finish Grand Theft Auto 3 before the new year rolls around. I think. Cut the throttle here and just kind of coast in. There we go. A little bit too fast. There we go. Come on. There we are. Maybe twice a week I'll do mod spotlights for Flight Simulator X. For those of you that Farming Simulator Mod Spotlight aficionados, that schedule changes to Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday with the new year. I just can't keep it on it once a day. Not with the amount of research that has to go in. I'm kind of running dry on mods that are easy to do. Maps are really easy to do. You just gotta faff about with them. But I know some of you prefer the actual vehicles to the maps. Alright. And stop. There we go. Are you getting out, dude? Thank you.
Okay, you're just about rid of me. Just a quick hop southwest over the mountains to Stehekin State. If you look at the GPS, its identifier is 6 Sierra Niner.
Yeah, we're not looking at the GPS.
Let's take off to the southeast on runway 11.
There it is. Alright, did we... Yeah, get flap up. Get in position on our dirt strip here. All temperatures look nominal, so let's give it the beans and let's get in the air.
Lost River traffic.
Alright, 80 miles an hour is coming up pretty quick. 90 cleared. There we go. Come on, claw for some air there. Gears up.
None of the valleys lead to the airport, so we'll have to go over the top at some point. Might as well climb and fly direct to the airport.
Yeah, climb and fly direct to the airport's over there somewhere, if I remember correctly. Whoa. Alright. So go ahead and bring those flaps in. We're just going to kind of climb it and push it up to, I think, the most...
Keep climbing as we head down the valley. Once we gain some altitude, you can turn southwest and head for the airport.
Yeah. Is it over there? Whatever. I'm going to aim for a good 6,000 or 7,000 before we try to go around these mountains. Give us a little bit of space to breathe. Yeah. So I do really love aircraft. These, you know, the Baron and the King Air and some of those. Oh, there's an airport over there. They're nice. Don't get me wrong. But I like older aircraft. I already have my eyes on an add-on aircraft that I want to look at. So that's already identified. But I like older aircraft.
Looks like we're building up some ice. Better turn on the pitot and prop heat. And use the boots too if you need to.
Yep, look at that. Our airspeed went down to 0 there. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Should have known that coming out of that valley like that, coming up into these cloud banks. Anyway. Let's go ahead and keep climbing out. So yeah, I like the older aircraft. I really enjoy them. Let's see, is there a good way to sneak through a valley? There's no valley to get to Stehekin. Yeah, it's okay. So I like older planes more than I like the new stuff. I mean, yeah, the Baron isn't exactly the spring chicken, but it's got all this, you know, fancy avionics. Okay, I take that back. No, it doesn't. It does have some nice avionics. Some of the planes that I'm going to be flying, I mean, we're talking like the old steam plane kind of thing. Talking back, you know, DC-3, DC-6, that kind of thing. little bit of bump and chop. Yeah, I know, I see it. Our manifold pressure is just getting a little bit too low, so we're going to have to kind of weave our way in here. Without putting our wing down into something. There we go. I'm going to kind of use this valley to our advantage here. What are you doing, you silly plane? I'm trying to listen for the sound of the engines, but they're fine. Why is my fuel flow just dead? You know what, we're going to boost that fuel flow. What is going on here? Yeah, I know. I know, we're going to crash and die. I realize that. Yeah, okay, awesome. So we're going to crash and die now. Thanks for flying with me. Yeah. Check out my other Let's Plays while we die. Oh, there she caught some air, but we're too low. What the heck? Oh, mother. Where did that come from? Huh. That was interesting. Props are back. Manifold pressure is still decent. What was that? Looks like we're about to do it again, though. Come on, baby. Just keep climbing. Don't play this game. These valleys are getting mighty narrow here. We really don't have a lot of room for error. We didn't have a lot of room for error to begin with. Right, I just want to level her out a little bit. So there goes manifold pressure again. Fuel flow is dropping to zilch, despite having my boost pumps all the way up. I hate the Baron. Okay, I've got high pressure boost. I've got my boost pumps boosted all the way. I don't think I can make this turn around either. Yeah. It was a valiant effort, wasn't it? Come on, get some speed. I'm just trying to slam the throttle back like it's getting caught or something. Come on, stop messing around. See, our manifold pressure's dropped, our fuel flow is near zilch. Yep. Alright, we're crashing. Thanks for flying. Please brace for impact. Yay! Okay, everyone's safe. Good, now let's build a tent.